Welcome to the WaytogoRI tutorial for financial aid planning and scholarships. Over the next few minutes, I will describe what you should do before you start applying for financial aid, how to take advantage of all the tools and informative resources that are available, and finally, your next steps once you've applied. So, before you can apply for financial aid, you'll need to know what colleges you'd like to attend. To get an idea of which colleges best meet your preferences and needs, check out the School Finder tool on the Explore Colleges page in the College Planning section. The School Finder lets you choose from a list of search topics to help you identify a list of schools that meet your specified criteria. Start by selecting only a few criteria at first, and then gradually add more until you're left with a handful of schools to choose from. Read their school profiles, visit their websites, and save your favorites in your portfolio. When you're ready, you can practice filling out your college application and also apply for real in the application section. Now that you know which schools you want to attend, you should start figuring out how you plan to pay for your education. To begin, click on Scholarships to see what options are available. Here you can search for scholarships either by keyword or alphabetically, or you can take advantage of the Scholarship Finder. The Scholarship Finder is an awesome tool, cramming what used to be months of research into mere minutes. You can simply go through the list and enter some info about yourself in as many categories as possible, and once you're done, the Scholarship Finder will provide you with a list of scholarships that you may qualify for. Now, even for students who qualify for grants and scholarships, the reality is that most students have to apply for financial aid and may need a loan to cover the remaining cost of college. That's where Financial Aid 101 comes in. This section is designed to tell you everything you and your parents need to know about the financial aid basics, determining your eligibility, and applying for aid. There is also a section on what you need to know about student loans, your loan options, and your responsibilities. The content along the side is all very important too. Here you'll find a glossary to help you out with any words or acronyms that you're not familiar with, like FAFSA, for example, the Free Application for Federal Student Aid, which we'll get into in a little bit. You'll also find information on careers that will give you an opportunity to forgive your loans, federal grants based on need, federal loan programs, and then some very important, not to be missed information on repaying student loans. I emphasize that last one because you've got to remember that a student loan is not free money. You're going to have to repay it someday, and some students tend to forget and default on their loans. So know your responsibilities, and don't let that happen to you. Another place where you'll find similar helpful information is down here in the Financial Fitness section. Here, Managing Your Money 101 will teach you how to meet your financial obligations, avoid debt, use credit responsibly, create and live with a budget, save for a rainy day, and a whole lot more. So next, let's go back up to financial aid calculators. These will help you figure out where your money is coming from, like the Expected Family Contribution, or EFC calculator, that determines how much your family is expected to contribute towards your college costs. Then there's the College Savings Calculator to help you figure out how much you should be saving now. It's never too early or too late to start saving for college. And if you have a younger brother or sister, this information could help them too. And the SLOPE, or Student Loan Over Projected Earnings calculator, which will help you compare your monthly student loan payments against your career choice. Think of it as a crystal ball, giving you a financial picture of your future. So in other words, if you get a career where you'll earn lots of money, then you'll be able to pay off your loan faster. Or if your career doesn't pay a lot of money, you can make decisions now to reduce the amount of loans you may need. Either way, knowing what your financial future may be is better than a big surprise. Alright, so now let's go back to your financial plan and check out your financial aid planning timeline. Every year, your financial aid timeline gives you a list of things you should be doing to help you prepare for college and stay on top of everything. You notice that the number of tasks increase in the 11th and 12th grades. Therefore, it's a good idea to check your timeline at least once a month to ensure you're on top of everything. Okay, now I'm going to show you something that I think you'll find especially helpful. It's called the Financial Aid Wizard. The Financial Aid Wizard helps you plan your entire financial aid package for all the schools you're interested in just 7 steps. First, the Wizard will estimate the cost of attendance for all the schools you have saved in your portfolio. So that includes tuition, room and board, travel, any additional fees, and your books and supplies. The next step is calculating your EFC, grants, and loans. As I mentioned earlier, EFC stands for Expected Family Contribution. It takes into account how much money you and your mom and dad earn, and then it determines how much you should be able to afford to spend towards your college education. Then you'll want to complete the FAFSA, or your Free Application for Federal Student Aid. Now, the free in FAFSA isn't free money like scholarship. It's only free to apply, and you'll definitely want to apply to find out if you qualify for aid through the federal government. Alright, so next are your deadlines. Every school you apply to will have specific college admission and financial aid deadlines, so you're going to want to go to the school's website and find out what they are. And then be sure to mark them on your event calendar so you don't forget. The next step encourages you to learn more about your available scholarships. So at this point, you should complete the scholarship finder if you haven't already done so. Add the scholarship application deadlines to your event calendar too. Then we have award letters. So after you apply for all your scholarships and grants, you might find that you're awarded financial assistance from a couple different schools, so you'll want to enter all that information on this worksheet. Meanwhile, other stuff that you've already figured out using the wizard, like the cost of attendance and your expected family contribution, etc., will be automatically imported onto the worksheet. Then, once all your information has been entered, you can move on to the next step, comparing awards. This will help you decide which financial aid package is best for you. Here you'll find out things like the grant-to-loan ratio, the self-help-to-grant ratio, and the remaining gap for each of the schools you've applied to. So for instance, you can see what kind of gap exists between your expected family contribution and the total cost of attendance for each school, which will prompt you to determine if you can come up with the rest of the money in order to attend the school of your choice. Okay, and then next is your FAFSA transfer. This helps you save time by easily transferring your WaytogoRI account information over to Student Aid on the web and then onto your FAFSA application online. Finally, once you've applied for all your grants, scholarships, and loans, or in other words, put everything into effect that we've just been talking about, it should only be a matter of time before you receive your award letters and decide which school you want to go to. You'll need to notify your school of choice before May 1st by mailing in your commitment deposit. You should arrange to have your high school send your final transcripts to the college you'll be attending. You should also contact the college to determine when the fees for tuition and room and board are due and how much they will cost. And then you're on your way. If you haven't done so already, I recommend that you also check out the following WaytogoRI tutorials to help you prepare for the transition from high school to college and beyond. Using the ILP, career assessments, searching for careers, searching for colleges, and test prep.